Telegram be suspended in Brazil again? Well, the Supreme Court has determined that if Telegram doesn't obey with some statements and some judicial orders, the app will be suspended in Brazil for 72 hours. This moment, the Congress is trying to vote a bill number 2630, or Law Project 2630. Is a project that talks about the regulation of social media or social media companies, and also about the big mainstream media companies and money for these big mainstream media companies and all around this. So, some people call this the censorship project, and other people call this the fake news project. Of course, the government. Because not only here in Brazil, but lots of countries around the world, they are talking about this, the regulation of social media, and also the punishment of people who spread fake news. Okay, so the Supreme Court, they are having a fight with these big companies now. For example, when they start to vote these bills, Google and Telegram and other companies, they start to send some messages, or in case of Google, releasing links for their customers, their users, talking about this bill that will be voted. This actually was voted, but the Congress denied this because this project comes from the government, but the Congress doesn't pass in the Congress. But this is not the end, because a couple of days ago, the Minister of Justice, Flavio Dino, said that, okay, this is not the end. I have two more other options. When as this law was not passed in the Congress, I can make this by something like an executive order. And also can send this to the Supreme Court, and that is the motivation. That's the reason of this video today, because the Supreme Court, they simply attacked Telegram, because Telegram also sent a message to its customers, its users, telling, oh, this project is bad because this will restrict some freedoms that we have now. I don't know for how long, but okay. The judge, the Supreme Court Minister, Alexandre de Moraes, he sent in a statement, which is crazy statement, because they said, okay, for every hour that this message that you send to your customers is available, we will charge, you will be fined with $100,000 per hour. Per hour. And if you don't comply, if you don't obey this judicial order, this demanding from the Supreme Court, your app will be shut down, will be suspended for 72 hours. And then, okay, Telegram obeyed, but take a look at how insane is the message, because not only take the old message out, they must send a message that agree, and they must apologize to the Supreme Court because they were talking about something that will impact completely these companies. Take a look at this statement. Let me pick up the computer. Well, look. Okay. By determination of the Federal Supreme Court, the company Telegram communicates. The previous message from Telegram characterized flagrant and illegal disinformation that attacks the National Congress, the judiciary, the rule of the law, and the Brazilian democracy. Since fraudulently and distorted the discussion and the debates of the regulation of providers of social networks and private messaging service. This is the core. This is the main content of the Bill 2630. In an attempt to induce and instigate users to coerce parliamentarians. So, this is like, for me, this is like Soviet stuff, you know, because you will be the first one to be impacted by this bill, and you cannot say a word about it, or you can only say when you agree with the government, because the Supreme Court sent the text that Telegram was sent to users. And if they don't obey, they don't comply with this, it's $100,000 per hour. Let me tell you something. In Brazil, we don't use the normal call or FaceTime or SMS to talk to your friends and family or business. We use WhatsApp and Instagram only. When you want to call someone, you call this using WhatsApp or a Telegram. When you want to make a FaceTime or you want to make a meeting, you use Telegram or WhatsApp. So 5 million companies in this country uses Telegram and WhatsApp to make business, because you can send money, you make meeting, you talk to your customers, and you make everything using these message apps. So when you shut down these companies for 72 hours, you screw with people's businesses. No matter if it's a big business or small or medium business, you screw with these guys' lives, because the people use this app to make business. So I will make something that is very dangerous here in Brazil in this moment. I will question this Supreme Court minister's statement. So why the platform that will be the first one to be impacted by this bill cannot say a single word? So the government is voting something that is completely against your interest, and you cannot say anything. You cannot tell the people how bad some bills are, because this is not bad only for the companies, because this bill talks about give money to the mainstream media, and that, guess what? They are supporters of the actual government, because they love Lula da Silva, these guys. And the Supreme Court do anything that Lula wants. That's why they are, the Minister of Justice say this. Okay, if this law was not passed in the Congress, I can send this to the Supreme Court, because we all know that this law, when they send this to the Supreme Court, will be approved with their pen. Or I can make this like an executive order. So in this moment, they're having a fight with the Congress, because the Congress is feeling completely disrespectful. Because if you want to prove this law anyway, why do you send this to the Congress if you will not comply, if you'll not respect the Congress decision? So this is the country that I live in this moment, because the Brazilian democracy is being destroyed in the name of the democracy protection. Because when you tell something that the government disagree with, you can have the federal police in the door of your house. The federal police can pick up your phone, your computer, send you to jail if you attack these guys enough. I don't know. This is not only here in Brazil. This is all over the world. The democracies are being destroyed in the name of democracy. Every day you have less rights. Every day you have less freedom of speech in the name of democracy. And we must take care about this, because nothing is forever. Not the good, nor the bad. And in this moment, the democracy, the freedom of speech, which is a good thing, is being destroyed. So I don't know how long we can make this. We can tell, oh, these guys are fucking with us, because we can go to jail. Because the biggest problem of the fake news laws that we have all over the world is that who will decide what is fake news and what is not? Because in Russia, if you call the war, you go arrested. And then you can be sued, you can be prosecuted, and you can be 15 years in jail, because you call a word that the government don't want you to tell, don't want you to spell. There's a kid that he draw in the paper in the school, no war. This kid was kidnapped in Russia. His father was prosecuted because just a piece of paper. So we are not so far away from this here. We are not so far away, not only here. In Europe, in America, everywhere, the democracy is being destroyed in the name of the democracy. You must remember this every day. Every day. If you like the video, subscribe.